Hey guys, last notes. We are jumping back to the back of the book, the appendix. Remember, we started the year in the appendix, and we always save this section for the end after the seniors are gone because it's something that a lot of you are taking calculus next year. And when you talk to calculus teachers, they will tell you the mistakes are not calculus mistakes. The mistakes are algebra mistakes. So we're going to look at the common mistakes that people make in algebra that affect their success in calculus. Okay, so what I have done, your assignment today has got problems from 3 different sections, and I have picked one problem from each of those sections to give you as an example. Okay, basically just pay attention to the directions and use some common algebra sense. The only thing is some of them get pretty messy. You can see when we get down to example 3, okay, messiness, okay? Not difficult, just messy, okay? So let's start with the first one, which is relatively easy. They just want us to write the expression using negative exponents, which means things that are in the denominator, especially x's, are going to be written with negative exponents. This 3, for example, you could write with a negative exponent, like you could do it like this. This is a negative exponent, so we would do x to the negative 4th. And this is a negative exponent. It's a 1/3, but it's going to become negative 1/3. Okay, so basically just all of the denominators come up and their exponents become negative. Okay, the book doesn't write this first one that way, although there's nothing wrong with it. The book leaves this as 4/3 x to the negative 1. Because there's no problem with that 3 being in the denominator, but either way of writing it. And then the rest of this, the book writes exactly the way as we have it right here, okay? Okay, then for example 2, write the fraction as the sum of 2 or more terms. So basically what we're doing, remember we did that heart or pretzel shaped thing and we broke things up into more than one fraction? In this case, we're going to break this up into 3 fractions. And when we do that, we have to subtract exponents. So we need to get a common denominator with our x exponents before we start. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this as 4x to the 9/3, because 9/3 is the same as 3, minus 7x to the 6/3, because 6/3 is the same as 2, plus 1, because my denominator on the bottom is a 3. It's x to the 1/3. Okay, so now I can do each of these and just subtract my exponents. So 4x to the 8/3 minus 7x to the 5/3. And my first instinct was to write this one as x to the negative 1/3, but the book left this in the denominator and they wrote this term like this. Okay, now it doesn't say whether to use negative exponents in the directions or not, so I would take either one of those answers. Just like up here, I would take either one of those. Okay? All right, now here comes the monster one. It's absolutely horrific, okay? But you can probably see that we've got a common 6x plus 1 going on in several different places, okay? So let's focus on kind of prettying this up a little bit first. For example, on the denominator, I'm going to multiply these together and I'm going to make this 6x plus 1 to the 6th, okay? So I'm going to change that, just make it a little bit simpler. Okay, this one already has a 6x plus 1 kind of factored out of it. This one does too, but the rest of this is kind of messy. So I'm going to multiply this together to kind of pretty it up, if this can even be called pretty by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, 3 times 6 is 18. And I'm going to distribute this 18 here. Okay, so 18 times 9x cubed, 18 times 9 is 162. X cubed minus 136x. I'm sorry, let me just leave this like this. Plus 36x. And then I'm going to time this by 6x plus 1 to the 2nd. I feel like that was not very clear. Let me go back over that in just a second here. Okay, so what I did was I multiplied this together, 18. I left the negative out front so that I'm just multiplying 18 times 9 and 18 times 2. Okay? Now I'm going to factor out this common term on the top. I'm going to factor out the 6x plus 1. I can't take out a cubed. I can only take out the smallest of these two exponents, which would be a 2. And once I take that out, I'm going to be left with 6x plus 1 times 27x squared plus 2 minus, this is gone, so I've got 162x cubed plus 36x. And this whole thing is going to be over 6x plus 1 to the 6th. Okay? Wow. Didn't get a lot prettier, did it? Okay? This is going to cancel. 2 of these are going to cancel 2 of these. I'm going to be left with 4 on the bottom. Okay? And I'm going to foil the top of this together. Okay? And if I foil this together, you're going to be surprised at what happens. 6 times 27 is 162 x cubed. Okay? Plus 27x squared. Plus 12x plus 2 minus 163x cubed minus 36x. And all of this is over the 6x plus 1 to the 4th. These cancel. Okay, this stays by itself. The 12x and the minus 36x combine together. And plus 2, and this whole thing is over 6x plus 1 to the 4th. Okay, and that right there is our final answer. Okay, so it looks pretty ugly, but it definitely looks better than what we started with. Okay, so again, nothing difficult, but messy, messy, messy. Okay, so be ready for that messiness. Embrace the messiness like rolling in mud, okay? And enjoy your final assignment. Okay, guys, good luck, and I will see you Tuesday at our last Zoom. Okay, bye.